Yay, we're recording. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our October team Zoom. We have our all team meeting virtually every second Tuesday of each month. So you can already pencil in the next one in November and get that on your radar because it is so much fun to get to connect here via Zoom. As much as I wish we could all gather at a table together and have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. This is our best bet since we're all over the country. So it's so fun to see all of you this way. But I want to just kick things off casually as everyone's continuing to hop on and give yourself a shout out because there's a lot to celebrate from not only the most amazing September, but the beginning of October, which has already started off to be like October. So give yourself a shout out. And since we have so many new faces on our team, if you could unmute yourself if you're muted and say your name and where you live, and then what's going great? Tell me something good.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa. I'm very new to Stella and Dot. I am in Austin, Texas. Sorry, I'm just coming home from the gym. But I'm really excited to be a part of this. This has already been life-changing for me, honestly, since I've started. It's allowed me to reconnect with my old friends, and I just recently moved to Austin, Texas, and I'm originally from California. But, I found a really great group of folks out here in Austin, Texas, and but like I said, it's just given me the opportunity to meet new people out here and to reconnect with my old folks in California. So I'm really excited, and thank you to Lisa for being an awesome help with just getting me started and being on top of it and always calling me. So thanks, Lisa.
I love that, Vanessa. We're so glad you're here.
Thank
just
you.
a reminder, if you're not talking to yourself, that would be so awesome. Just that way we cut back on like background noise. Who else? Who has something good?
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm in New York City, and I have decided to do the cancer treatment care poofs for the month of October. And me and one other stylist in New York, Andrea, who's not on here, together we have sponsored 69 poofs so far this month. So I'm excited to be able to donate those to NYU for the breast surgical oncology program. And yeah, I love how you can give back with this business. I love how you can like do kind of whatever you want with it. So I'm excited.
Yay. What else?
I'll introduce myself. My name is Catherine. I'm here in Central New Jersey, and I've been a stylist for about 10 months now, and so I'm excited to see all the new faces. My new stylist, Pam, thanks. Yeah, it's definitely not covering greasy hair. That's not the reason. It's a style. My new stylist, Pam, might hop on in a minute, but I'm just so excited to meet everybody who's just joined. So something that's been going really well for me is I've started to see some momentum build in my business, just with consistency and just starting to feel comfortable in certain patterns and things like that. But what I have really, because of that and really wanting to keep that momentum going, lately I've had a couple of, I guess, just moments that would normally really upset me, and I've worked really hard at working through those and finding positives or just not letting it kind of get me down, and it's been amazing. It's been a huge just looking at things from a different angle and saying, okay, that didn't go exactly how I wanted, but how can I turn this situation around? And it's just been huge, so huge for how I would normally handle something. So I just wanted to share that.
Yay, that's so good.
Hey everyone, I am Avril, and it's so great to see all of the new faces and some of the faces I haven't seen in a little bit. I am having my wine because I'm doing the last 90 days, and I know some of you are probably doing it too. So I don't know if wine is part of it, but it's part of it tonight. And some of the things that I'm happy about this week is just being consistent with supporting my team. And we're starting to get some traction. It's that time of year for a lot of the girls on my team. It's their first season. And for some of us, we know how magical the season is. So if you're a newbie, it's such a great time to be part of the community. And we're seeing some growth. Hopefully one of the newbies are going to pop on tonight. And she is just hitting the ground running. So it's just lovely to see the women in our community just find their way and just make the most for this season.
Hey everyone, I'm Virginia, and I'm sorry it's dark in here, but let's see, what am I doing? I'm taking action, and I feel like I've been bad this summer and haven't taken any action, and I'm excited to report I took to action, and I have like 5 shows booked for the fall, and I'm super excited about it.
Virginia, tell everyone what you did last night.
So I hosted a local meetup. I live in Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area of Virginia. And yes, I'm Virginia from Virginia. And I held a local meetup and we had a women's empowerment panel. We invited some like community leaders and a Stella and Dot director. And they just really spent about an hour inspiring us and talking about balance in life and overcoming challenges. And it was an amazing time to hear from them and just to really talk to some other stylists who like, I don't think any single one of them are actually on this team. So it was neat to connect with women from other teams. It was a great night.
Yay. I'm so proud that you hosted that and we have you all to ourselves. So, so Pam, I know Virginia shouted out your exciting news, but that was right before we started recording and not everyone was on. So why don't you share it too?
Do I have to do anything to talk? Do I have to push anything or I just talk?
You're good.
Okay. I'm the oldest one here, so I know the least about this technical stuff. But anyway, I've been a stylist for 3 days. I'm really excited. I was a Solpata rep. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but I did that for 8 years. And I'm now, I haven't been a rep for about 3 years, and I'm full-time taking care of my mom, who's 85 and lives with me. And Charlotte is so cute. I've known her since she was in about 7th or 8th grade. She's the same age as my son. And I went to a trunk show this summer and I decided that this would be really fun for me to do something for myself. And so I'm about 3 days in, and I had a buddy join today, my niece Erica, and she's in Austin, Texas. So I'm excited. Was the gal's name Vanessa in Austin?
Yes. Yes. So we got to connect you and Erica.
Yeah. So that's really cool for Erica to meet Vanessa.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else have any good news? I got a really good deal on some shoes from Payless. Just gonna say that 30% off. Pretty excited. And I'm so excited. Oh, is someone talking?
Can we see them?
They're in the other room, but I'll post a picture. I'll share them with you guys too. They're cute. And comfortable, which is always a plus too. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Jess is going to kick us off with just a little bit of like the state of the business and what's going on with this season.
Okay, everybody. I'm excited about our team Zoom. This is great. So we are diving into Q4. So October, November, December are our fourth quarter of the year and our busiest time. So just some statistics that I want to share from the boot camp. Our trunk shows are up by 20%. I want to say 15%. So both online and in person. And that has to do with the amazing new collection that just came out. Who is loving the holiday line. I'm obsessed. The leggings are, I had mixed feelings about the leggings and I am on board. I think they are beautifully made. I think they're well crafted. The jewelry, the feather, I just got the pink feather earrings today. They're they're insane. I'm so excited. So I think it has to do with the new collection coming out that is going to boost trunk show sales, but also the fact that we have apparel. This is our first real holiday season with apparel, and that is something that is going to boost your trunk show. So one thing we just kind of wanted to talk about was our group hello. So for those of you that are newer to the business, when you do a trunk show, whether it be online or in person, we have something that we do called a group hello, which is basically you introducing your trunk show customers to Stella & Dot. Most people have never heard of Stella & Dot, so you're just giving them the rundown of how the business works, how the trunk show works, but also styling them and introducing them to some of our product. So Avril, who was popping on earlier, did an amazing group hello at our boot camp, which I posted a live video of on our Facebook group, which I will bump up after this call. So make sure if you haven't checked it out to definitely take a look. She did a great job. I almost want to call it like anchoring our trunk show to our apparel pieces, where you basically start out with the apparel and then you add on the different pieces of jewelry so they can kind of, your trunk show customers can envision how they would style those pieces. And if they don't end up buying those apparel pieces, 100% they have something like that in their closet. So again, it makes it very easy for them to see how they could definitely wear jewelry to work or on the weekend or kind of however they're going to do that. Not only are trunk shows up in general, so like average trunk show sales are up, but per order is up. And again, that's going back to our amazing collection, our amazing new apparel. So just remember that. As you're sampling the holiday collection, obviously start with what you're going to wear. Kind of look to see. I always give a great rule of thumb where look at your trunk show calendar. If you don't have any trunk shows on the books, why are you going to invest like tons and tons of money in your sample display if you don't have anybody to show it to? So that should be a great incentive for you to book some trunk shows for the quarter. But also think about, be realistic. We don't want you to like blow your whole bank account, even though you absolutely could on this new collection. Start with things that you'll wear and then start with things that you think your customers will love. And obviously go back to that optimal display because that's going to be super helpful.
Can I add a thought to that? Just an example. So like one example of that, even though I love that like versatile scarf, I didn't sample that yet. It's still like on my wish list and maybe I'll add it later, but I didn't grab that yet because it's 85 degrees still. And so any shows that I go to, no one's going to buy a scarf because people are wearing short sleeves and tank tops. So I love it and will likely add it later, but it was a piece that for now I realized like, okay, I can pass on that for now because it's not really relevant to my customers in this moment.
Right. Be very conscious of where you are in the country. Also think when it comes to like the sparkly things, it's October. People are starting to think about a little bit of sparkle, but if there's something you have to hold off on, that would be it, and sample that maybe closer to November or, closer to holiday time. So just sample smart. I think that's all I wanted to talk about with that. But on that same topic of this is the biggest season of our selling year, that's going to kind of segue into what Charlotte's going to talk about making sure that you are spreading the cheer when it comes to bringing along a friend. This is the perfect time to bring and tell anyone and everyone about becoming a stylist with Stella & Dot because, again, this is our biggest time. And this is just going to make them be able to launch much stronger other than any other time of the year. So with that, Charlotte, take it away, friend. Or not, or I'll just, sit here and talk.
I'm muted. I'm like, okay, and sorry, hold on. Okay, so chatting about our opportunity and really like why would you want to share our opportunity now? And there's so many reasons. I mean, first and foremost, like this is a great time for someone to join because we're going into the holiday season. It's really when everybody's shopping. So whether someone wants to wear it and share it and style their friends and family and help them shop for gifts, or whether they really want to build it into a business, the timing is great for them to join now. I mean, I think it's really a great time to join any time of the year, but really now, like, this is the biggest retail season of the year, so it's kind of a no-brainer. And it is the time of year that a lot of women are looking for extra sources of income. People are thinking about, okay, how am I going to pay for the holidays? And, with there being so many seasonal work opportunities, namely in retail, people are thinking about an opportunity like that. And what I find is often they're considering something like that, thinking, oh, it would be great to make a little extra money. But then they're like, oh, but do I really want to stand around at a store for 8 hours every Saturday through the holiday season? And they're like, I don't know if that really sounds good. And they probably don't even know that they could be a stylist and be making the same amount of money that they would make in a whole 8-hour day in a 2-hour trunk show, or probably more. I would have to crunch the numbers. So it's a great time where women really are looking for something like this, and a great time where it's a no-brainer for them to join and start strong. And then that's going to benefit you too, right? Because then you're going to promote to associate stylist or senior stylist or star, whatever your goal is, and you'll be tapping into those great coaching commissions. You're going to have more fun doing this with a friend, and just be able to get all of those great perks too. So it's always more fun with friends. It's always more the merrier. And I just want to remind everybody too that we have the infrastructure, so to speak, in place for our team to make this really easy for you. So if you've been feeling a little bit hesitant to share the opportunity because you're feeling like you're not sure that you have time to sponsor someone and onboard them and all of that, don't forget that we're here to support you with that. We have our every other week new stylist training calls every other Tuesday, the first and third Tuesday of the month. Of course, we have this call every month. And then, team up with your sponsor to help you support that person. But I think you'll find that it's really not as hard as you might think it is if you haven't done it before. And then the great thing too about, of course, why is now a great time to sponsor, because we have this incredible, crazy sign-up special where they can join and get just an amazing value and opportunity to start really strong with their business. So I know I want to be spreading this deal like wildfire, but I also love the challenge that Kelly Cox shared on Southern Charms for a challenge for this week. If you're new and you're not in the Southern Charms group, let us know and we'll add you. So that's like our big sister team page to like our team page. And we're just going to tag on to that challenge and do this with all of Southern Charms. But it's just to share the opportunity with 20 people this week. And we're going to use our amazing tool, Mimi, to do that. So one thing that we're realizing on different stylist events that are going on, and of course check and see if there's a season launch event nearby you. I know for us, we have ours next week in Raleigh. But we're really hearing that a lot of stylists aren't using Mimi. And it's such an amazing tool that, Stella & Dot has literally invested so much into developing this tool for us. And it is just so useful. So if you're not using your phone for Zoom, and if you're like me and you're on your computer, grab your phone and walk through this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is what the Mimi app looks like. It's this little orange app right there, and you can download this in the App Store. Just a side note, our other app, of course, is Dottie, which is your checkout system for @trunk shows. Just a reminder, that's not available in the App Store. You have to download that directly from the Lounge. So just to toss that out there as a reminder if you haven't been able to find Dottie recently. But Mimi is available in the Lounge. You can download it onto your phone, and then you just use your same login that you use for the Lounge. So you pull that up, and then this will be, the first thing that you're going to see is your home screen. And this is just recently updated, and it's really cool. Check it out. It has a different motivational quote that's going to pop up, and it changes each time you open it. I'm not sure if it's each time or every day, but you can put your goal in there. You can toggle your different goals for how much you want to sell, how many people you want to sponsor. And then it has this real-time progress report that you can check in on to really keep your goals right there in your pocket, accessible. So that is really cool. So then what you want to do is go down to this part at the bottom where it has, well, I'll show you this really quickly too. So if you click on the one that's like a little calendar, it pops up to your trunk show coach. And this has all your trunk shows in there, and it has the different tasks. Like, it's going to give you a report for each show, and then it has the different tasks that you need to complete, but prior to the show and afterwards. So you can keep track of what you've done, what you need to do, and it'll actually even send you a notification if you approve the notifications on that. Then you can even see, you can create the invitations on there, you can see the RSVPs, all of that. So that's a totally different side note. So that's all in there. But if you go to the next thing on the bottom that looks like a little mountain picture and click on that, you're going to get to the gallery of all of the photos and videos. You can toggle to photos or videos at the top, and then you can flag things to save them into your favorites, so they'll go over here to your favorites if you want to be able to access them more quickly. But for this challenge, what you will want to do, and note this too, so this bar here scrolls. Can you guys see this? So it has like Justin, and then there's more categories over to this side. I've heard a lot of people like didn't realize that this scrolled. So there's like all these categories way over to the right that no one ever knew existed. So for this, you just want to go to the third tab over that says sponsor. And there's all different images on here about our opportunity. Of course, you can pick whatever one you love the most, but I really like this one that has, sorry, I know there's a bad glare. It has the items that are in our bestsellers starter kit. That's $1,000 worth of value. And it's all of these really great bestsellers that are an amazing display for somebody to start off really strong off the bat. So the challenge for this week is to share this with 20 people. And did you know that you can actually share directly with your contacts that are in the lounge? This is like such a game changer. So, you know, if you want to, you can also do fun stuff down here at the bottom, like if you want to write any text over top of it, or there are some like cool stickers, like you could say like, you could add this one that's like, love it, because you love it. And then you press the little, I should show you this. So, sorry. Press this at the bottom, this little arrow right there. And then it's gonna pop up like this. And it gives you all the different options of how to share it. You press share, and you can share through Facebook, text message, blah, 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 blah. What I really like to use is clicking on lounge contacts. Now, if you're a brand new stylist and you haven't had people shop with you yet, or you haven't had very many people shop with you yet, obviously you don't have a lot of contacts in your lounge. So you're gonna rely on your contacts in your phone to send it via text or via Facebook Messenger. You totally know how to do that and just use those different options to share it. But this right here, this little dot, dot, dot at the bottom is gonna take you to your lounge contacts. What's great about this is that means like as you build your customer base, you don't have to save everybody in your phone because that's just like craziness. And their numbers are already in there from when you took their order. So like, let's say, for example, Catherine, are you on your phone or your computer?
I'm on my computer, so I can use my phone too.
All right. So, fun fact, Catherine was a customer and a hostess prior to becoming a stylist, so therefore she's in my lounge contacts. So I'm using you as my demo, Catherine. So I am going to send this to Catherine. I pull up her name. It has the little like symbol for either a text or an email, so select which one. I just selected to text her. And so it just comes up as a text with the message here, and it has an auto-generated blurb. It says, hey, I saw this and thought of you, check it out. So what I'm gonna do, because that message is very like generic and not really relevant, I'm just gonna check, I'm going to change it, but I'm still gonna keep it super simple and say, hey, Catherine, check out this crazy offer. And then send it. That's literally it. Keeping it so simple, just very, very casual, and just getting the word out there about this amazing special. So what's going to happen are a couple things. So you can see Catherine got it. And, if you want to make the message a little bit more personal, you totally can. But I think really simplicity is best and key, and just being the messenger and not the message. So let the image kind of do the talking, and then let the conversation go from there. So you can give her information kind of on that need to know basis. If she's like, whoa, that's crazy, like you can be like, yeah, let me send you a little bit more. And you could go over to the videos gallery about sponsoring, and you could even share the Facebook Live with Jessica Heron from last week with her directly from Mimi. How easy is that? So that would actually give her more information, more details. I think I would probably add on a line like, hey, Catherine, check out this crazy deal. Do you want the scoop? That way it's like with a question, so there's a reason for her to respond. So that is the challenge. That is how Mimi works. Does anyone have any questions about any of that?
Who does it say the text is from when you get it? If you send it through your lounge contacts?
It would have my phone number. So if it's not someone that I have in my phone, I would be like, your stylist, Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, Catherine is in my phone. So that's a really good question. But yes, I use this all the time, even with just following up with my customers. And I'll just write like your stylist, Charlotte, Stella, and Dot.
Yeah, I would do that unless you are 101% sure you're in their phone.
Yeah. Or even you can even say like, hey, it's Charlotte from Stella and Dot. I saw this offer and thought of you. Do you want the scoop? Any other questions? Is anyone like, oh my goodness, I had no idea Mimi did all that? Or is anyone like, oh my gosh, I already do this. I'm so bored.
You taught me how to send it to other people, so I thought that was really cool because I didn't know. I spent all this time trying to figure out how to like edit it and cut it and do it like a photo of it and then text it. So it's really cool that we could send it different ways. So thank you for showing me that.
You're welcome. And it helps too, because then like even just having that gallery bank of the images that are also always getting constantly refreshed with new images, it's nice that you're not always having to like save them from your phone to your phone or like pull them from Facebook. Like they're just there in that gallery for you to use. All right. Shall we do an LLL drawing?
Super popular acronym.
Super popular acronym. So for those of you who are brand new, last week and a half-ish, we did a giveaway for a booking. We are giving away a pair of the new leggings, and two notes on that. One is that we originally kicked it off 2 weeks ago, and little Facebook gremlins were messing with us, and it's like, geez, we're not like getting a lot of comments on this post. What's going on? And for those of you who might have your own Facebook VIP group, you probably have seen how you can see how many people have viewed the post. So a week after the post was up, I looked at it and it had only been seen by like 12 people on our entire team. So it was just getting like buried in the Facebook algorithm and no one was even seeing it. So we extended it last week, and everyone just crushed it with booking a bunch of shows to qualify to be able to do this giveaway. So I'm super excited about that. But two things, just like when you see something, if you can comment on it and tag someone else on our team, whether that's like someone that you've sponsored or your bestie, your Stella bestie on our team, it definitely helps everybody make sure that they see the information. And also, if you're having FOMO that you didn't get in on the challenge, next time, make sure you see it. Make sure you check in on our team page so that you know what's going on. I do know that for the Reach Out to 20 challenge, Kelly is doing a giveaway for the new Rose Gold wallet. So there's another giveaway to get in on too. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway. I'm going to use a random number generator, and I have everybody's names listed I'm just showing you this to make sure you know it's legit. And I'm gonna do, so we booked 20 shows, and I am going to do this. If you don't do this, I think this is really an easy way. You just Google random number generator and it pops up. And so there's 20. So the winner is number 1, believe it or not. So Jess Burnett is winning some earrings. Number 1 on the list, some earrings, some leggings.
Woo!
All right, well, thanks you guys for joining our October Team Zoom. We still have a few more minutes before Zoom officially kicks us out of here. Are there any other questions or anything else that anyone wanted to chat through?
Charlotte,
I just went leggings or earrings.
Leggings. I don't know why I said earrings.
Oh.
I get confused.
What? That's so exciting! Yay, I'm totally legally doing this while driving.
Okay, stop doing that now.
Me myself.
Yay, excited for you.
Charlotte, any tips just to kind of, if someone's having a hard time booking, what is like the top 2 or 3 tips you would give to like kind of get things started?
Does anyone have any thoughts?
I always say fundraisers, so I'm interested in what other people think.
I think just going back to the drawing board of like your who do you know list, and also just kind of reflecting on if you were really like following the system, because I definitely know sometimes I like don't, close it up on that 3rd time or whatever. So like going back, recreating a who do you know list, and then also maybe trying to add more buckets, like you just said. I think that was Virginia that just spoke of like new buckets, like fundraiser people being a great bucket for that.
So that's a really good point. And can I tag onto that to share some of the buckets that Miguel called out during our King of Prussia meeting?
Yeah, that'd be
That
awesome.
will get some people's brains going. So she was just literally spouting off like, who do you know categories? And first one was relatives. Second one was acquaintances. Next one was neighbors. Next one was people you know through your kids. Next one was people you know professionally. Next one was who do you know from your last job? Who do you know from that's a teacher? Who do you know through your spouse? Who do you know? Who have you bought something from? Which is such a key one. Who have you bought something from? And who is somebody who also sells things? So I thought those were some really good categories outside of the norm to think about.
I love that. Wait, what was the last one?
Somebody who sells something, and not necessarily direct sales, but could be somebody who has a cupcake shop and, gets being a business person, I think.
Yeah. I think another idea is just like leading with the product, because the new line is so gorgeous. And especially with, again, like bringing it back to Mimi, having all those images literally at our fingertips is such a great asset. And I think people are going nuts over it. I know, Jess, you shared one of your big takeaways from the boot camp in King of Prussia was sharing flat lays is like right now in online marketing is proven to be the most successful form of like imagery to use. And there's a ton, if you scroll all the way to that side category, it has style boards, and there's a ton of different flat lays to use. And I know our home office marketing team is focusing on really creating a lot of those because they're proven to perform so well.
Also, don't forget that you guys should utilize, like, be very intentional with what you wear when you go out. Like, if you go meet up with girlfriends for drinks, that's awesome. You don't need to lead with Stella and Dot, but like maybe wear a pair of earrings that are going to get some compliments, or maybe make sure you wear a top from Stella if you have it. So be very intentional, because that's what's going to get the conversation going. And then you're not going to be the person that's like, oh my gosh, guess what's going on with my Stella and Dot business? People are going to say, oh my God, I love those earrings. Please tell me they're Stella. And you're going to go, of course. How many pairs do you want? Like, that's what's going to happen.
And then to just piggyback on what Jessica mentioned is that there's this thing where if you comment on what you'd like the person to comment back to you about. So for example, so you're looking amazing, you're out there just wearing all the things, and then you're going to comment on that friend and say, oh my God, those earrings are gorgeous. Where did you get them? And naturally she will respond back to you like, I love yours too. Like, and that's an easy way, because especially for new stylists, and I think it's for all of us, you know, it's kind of like, how do we get it into the conversation? That's an easy way. Charlotte mentioned something that maybe one or two missed, was in terms of how far you're willing to travel. So you kind of look at where you are and kind of draw that circle around you and decide, okay, how far are we going to travel? I currently have a stylist where she's telling me that, oh my gosh, I have so many hostesses that are looking to book with me, but my schedule is pretty tight. I have a ton of weddings coming up, and the weekends that they want to book, that's when I'm busy. Consider online style sessions, because if that person happens to be a little bit further out from your, you know, as far as you're willing to travel, an online style session is a great option. And then two, you could also recognize, okay, am I willing to go that far? In her case, it is a scheduling issue, so online will come in handy. But if it's not a scheduling issue for you and you're willing to go that distance, see who's in that area and say, hey, I'm going to be up in your area. Would love to bring the collection over. I'm going to have it anyway. Easy reason to gather the girls and have some fun. So just consider where you are in reference to, is that hostess able to book with you? And if she can, online option. And if you are willing to travel that far, then you could easily book her. And while you're there, get a bunch of new stylists, because you're not coming back that way again. So it's way better to get that new stylist and she can handle that area while you kind of stay closer to home. Hopefully that helps.
Well, I think that you just nailed it and wrapped it all up in a big bow for us, Avril, as always. Thank you for all the tips. That was just a great, really nice, great brainstorming session. I'm like over here taking notes like crazy. So hopefully y'all got a lot of great ideas, and I can even post these too. So we are about to get kicked off. Of course, I will post a recording, but thank you to all of you who took the time to join us live. Kudos to you for investing in yourself and your business, and I can't wait to see you all knock it out of the park the rest of this month and into Q4.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.